Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Matobo. I have been making TikTok content recently and I decided to make my first YouTube video. Today I bring you some solos gameplay. I don't usually play solos very much. One of the things I don't like about it is that I feel a lot of anxiety playing by myself for some reason. I'm always afraid of being killed, so I play really weird and slow. It's kind of funny because when I play quads or trios with my friends, I tend to play really aggressively, and sometimes I make really silly plays that I shouldn't be making and trying to take on 3 players by myself. But for some reason in solos, that all goes away. I'm like the most anxious player you've ever seen. So I decided to land in Boneyard here. One of the main reasons is, again, when I play quads and trios, my squad likes to drop here, so I'm already used to the location. I figured that would kind of take some of the edge off of my nervousness already, so... It's funny to watch myself back after the gameplay was recorded, because as you can see, I'm like playing super careful off the rip, even though I just landed and if I don't hear anyone, there probably isn't anyone nearby, so... I continue looting, get that self-revive a little early, pretty neat. Get that dead silence, those things are really strong still. I can't believe they haven't done anything with those. Try to find more loot, but can't really find anything. I heard a guy here. He must have been checking his map, because that was unfortunate for him. Lucky kill there. Finally get a little bit of a range weapon there with that LMG I picked up, so... Once again though, I'm playing really weird. I'm playing really careful. I'm afraid to like go anywhere. I figured that someone might try to third party us here after they heard the gunshots from the fight. So I just honestly play kind of bad solos. I'm so nervous all the time. But I decide to finally push the bounty there. I hear him immediately when I get into the area. I figure he's upstairs. There he is. This is how dominant the FFAR is. That gray FFAR gets that crack immediately. I actually turn my brain on for once and get that high IQ play right there with the thermite. So, second kill there. Looks like I was able to get this guy's loadout. So he was already running loadout and I beat him with this gray FFAR. Again, this was Season 2, so that thing was extremely dominant. It's insane how dominant that was off the ground loot. I believe I collected enough money here, so I decided to go to the loadout. One of the things about solos that's a little odd is that Ghost is very powerful off the rip, so you want to get Ghost as quick as possible. In this case, the guy already had weapons that were decent, so I ended up picking up my Ghost right away. I have a fully loaded Ghost setup with the Growl here. The fully loaded perk on the Growl allows me to get my ammo on the AR to 210 immediately. But if you're also landing late, you can use that Growl as a pretty effective weapon, which is pretty cool as well. So that's why I use it as a fully loaded. What I ended up seeing here is that the UAV was pinging a person up ahead. I peek. Boom! Easy Car 98 headshot. One thing I like to do when I play Warzone is I like to grab bounties when I'm entering a new area. It just kind of helps get an idea of where people might be, especially once they're ghosted, so that's what I ended up doing here. I ended up doing a few rotations, taking my time. Again, I was playing a little too slow. I was honestly really kind of ashamed of myself there because the fire sale was going on that whole time and I didn't take advantage of it. That was like definitely a huge mistake. Fire sales are really good in solos, especially to get like UAVs going. You can get an advanced UAV. It still doesn't show ghosted players, but it gives you a lot more information, especially if you're going to move into a new area like I was here in this part. So at this point I decided to reposition in the middle of the zone somewhere. I don't know where it's going to end, but I took the best possible guess. Just wanted to get out of the middle, or the edges, excuse me, so that I wouldn't get caught up fighting things I didn't need to fight. So here I go into the area I assumed the bad guys would be in. So I decided to park my truck here outside the building. Gave me a decent place to ride out if I needed to take it. So unfortunately I resumed to using my heartbeat. I've been trying to get rid of my heartbeat recently by weaning myself from it, like not using it. when I play quads or trios. One of the reasons is that I feel like I'm so glued to it sometimes, I miss the action right in front of me, so it can be a little frustrating. So that's what I've been trying to do lately. Usually one guy in my squad ends up running a heartbeat anyways, and he makes call outs like 30 meters, 20 meters, they're coming this way, that way. So I don't always feel like I need to use it. Honestly, stunts have been really cool to use lately, because obviously they're powerful. And then throwing knives. I actually use throwing knives to get some confirms on kills. Sometimes I make dumb pushes and my team has my back, but honestly the thermites and throwing knives are really awesome. You can check out some of those videos I make for smaller tips over on TikTok. My username is Matobo_GG, so definitely check it out there as well if you guys like to. I was being a little too campy right here, like I'm going to be 100% honest. What ended up happening here though is that guy just took my Bertha, like honestly super frustrating. I can't believe I let it happen to me, but hey, it was on me. So at this point I decided to push this little house. No one on heartbeat again, so I was just like trying to get into zone. At this point in the end game, you just kind of control the edges and you're usually fine. FFAR was not nerfed at this point, so this thing was just dominant. No, I heard someone again, not on the heartbeat, so don't go looking for them again on the heartbeat if you know they're ghosts, for example. This guy had the same idea as me. Unfortunately, FFAR really unforgiving if you are caught off guard, so I just beamed him there. Wasn't even a great clean kill, it's just nature of the FFAR, I'll admit. So 4 kills at this point. I decided to get this guy's M16 and FFAR. The M16 was still really dominant at the time, so I trusted it more than the Kar 98 at endgame. Checking the heartbeat one more time. And I ended up hearing a footstep downstairs, but this is where I made a mistake. So I hear the footsteps, and I get ready to challenge. I do see them on the ping. I approach the stairs, and this is where I should have taken it a little bit slow, maybe waited for him to come up. He must have assumed there was someone here from the gunfight. So I start shooting, and if you notice, it looks like he's going to run to the left side of the screen there, but he ended up backing up. So as you can see here, he actually did back up, and he's going to the right side. But at this point, I guess I hard committed left. I really messed up, and here's what happens out of that. Oof. Yeah, so he had that right angle. I honestly thought he hard committed left for some reason. I didn't see the second screen. In the moment, it's really hard to tell sometimes, so it's really frustrating. But hey, he had the better game there. It's a BR, so anything can happen. That shows you how dominant the FFAR was, though. Even that ground loot one was super powerful. So I ended up watching here. He picks up the M16 and FFAR that I looted off the guy. So he finally heads outside. Let's see what he does for the rotation. I was going to try to rotate on the outskirts of the buildings. Yeah, looks like that's what he's doing. Hey, there's a guy right there. He starts beaming. Oh, not even the cleanest kill, but that FFAR is just so dominant. This is where you can actually get really frustrated with yourself, though, because I'm not the best player in the world, but I felt like I could have won that fight as well as the previous fight. I just totally goofed up and committed left, but hey, honestly, it's good to observe those things, but not be so hard on ourselves, because otherwise we can like drive ourselves crazy doing that. So just a heads up, if you ever start tilting or just blaming certain moves, like, don't overthink it. It's honestly not worth it. So this guy looks like he's taking the same approach that I might have taken, just kind of like stay on the outskirts of the zone. Especially in solos, you can kind of control the flow of the match that way a little bit better into the zone. It's kind of funny that he's looting that chest, and then like the one good thing was that dead silence and he doesn't take it. Oh, boom! He gets hit by that, oh, he got hit by that bouncing Betty and then took a rocket to the face. That's crazy. This is kind of when you had to be a little bit toxic, though, and like golf clap, because hey, the guy that got you is now eliminated. So pretty interesting loadout, this guy with the rocket, but it makes sense because I don't play much solos, but I hear that the Berthas are really strong, and hey, there's one on Q right there.
5 remain. Stay sharp.
So he goes into this house after the heartbeat. He found 2 players. One's probably in his house. Nothing downstairs. Another thermite. So that's him upstairs. This is why I think that heartbeats are actually a little bit funny sometimes. What ends up happening is that this guy clearly knows this dude is there. And he's not pushing. He could have pushed during the thermite. He didn't reload the rocket, so it looks like he's trying the rocket. Boom. Actually does soften him up a little bit there. Gets the crack there. One more rocket would have probably done it. No. Okay. I think he panicked at this point because he felt like he needed to replate. Alright, the shift is about to happen. Let's see what happens here. Guy's still in the attic. Goes for the rocket reload. Maybe one more time. Oh, he decides to shift out. Oh, the guy upstairs was fighting the second guy he pinged earlier, I believe. And here comes the Bertha, of course. He has the rocket ready, though. And he shoots the rocket. Oh my god, he took out the Bertha and the player inside. That is insane. Oh, I don't think this guy saw him go behind the wall. Oh, wow, he got the res off. That is amazing. Goes into his house. He really needed to replate, it looked like. So there he is. He didn't commit to the full replate yet. One more plate. He tries to heartbeat one more time and he doesn't see anything. He has full ammo. I'm not sure why he's throwing that full ammo. Oh, there's the guy. There's the guy. He goes for the chase. Looks like he's using tracker perk. Interesting choice. Wow, he gets the down. See how dominant the FFAR was at the time? Goes for the melee kill. Oh, that's the last guy. That's awesome. Wow. Actually, two things here. That Bertha was the one that was probably stolen from me earlier because it had the same skin, so that's a little frustrating. Two, though, great job on this guy for using the rockets there. Like, you love to see Berthas go down, especially in solos like that, so that's really cool. So honestly, I'll try to talk to this guy here in this interview, see what happens. Good job, dude. You took out that disgusting Bertha at the end. Well played.
Hey, thank you, man. This is my first win.
Nice, man. Grats.
Thank you. Worked hard.
So as you can see, I was able to get the audio from that end game, and it honestly turned out pretty wholesome. I'm happy for this guy. It sounded like that was his first win, so that's really cool that he was able to get that. It washed all the saltiness away, not gonna lie. Well, hey guys, thanks for tuning in to my first YouTube video. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like the content. And again, I have a TikTok channel, Matobo_GG. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.